Okay, so here we're given this, and we're asked to do some problems. So this is a probability model. Just remember, for a probability model, the area is always 1, or in other words, 100% of all your data values got to be in there. So the area in this rectangle has to be 1. So what does this number have to be? Well, the area of a rectangle is base times height. This distance is 2. 2 times a half, or 0.5, is equal to 1. So that's why this number has to be a half. Because base, which is 2 times height, 2 times a half gives us 1. And the area for probability is always 1 for 100%. Why is this continuous? Because we can pick any number between 0 and 2. We could pick 1.38726. There's any number at all in between. That's why it's continuous. What's the probability we're between 0.5 and 1.4? In other words, we got to calculate this area. Well, what is that area? This distance, 1.4 minus 0.5 is 0.9, and 0.9 times 0.5 is 0.45. So this is 1.4 minus 0.5, that's this distance, times this distance gives us the area times a half, which is 0.5. And when you do that arithmetic, you get 0.45. What's the probability we're greater than 1.4? Well, that's this area over here. And what is this distance? This distance is 0.6 times 0.5. 0.6 times 0.5 is 0.30, or 0.3. Now, if it's a continuous model, this answer, a strict inequality, and this answer, they're going to be the same. And the reason why is because 0.5, we're talking about a point, and a point is infinitesimally, it's infinitely small. It's a concept. So if it's infinitely small, infinitesimally small, there's no area under it. So the less than or equal to, they're going to be the same answer for continuous. But later when we get to discrete probabilities, it makes a big difference, less than or equal to, because discrete is like 5 or 6. It makes a difference. But for continuous, it doesn't. So less than 0.5, well, we got to calculate this area, which is less than 0.5. The area of that little rectangle is base times height. Well, it's a square. 0.5 times 0.5 is 0.25. So that's how you calculate these different probabilities.